What's up everyone, my name is Ben, and today I'm going to be reviewing a one-to-one clone of the Samsung Galaxy S5 called the MTK6582. So first off, I just want to say huge thanks to DHGate for providing the device for review, so without further ado, let's jump straight into this video. So you can pick up this phone from DHGate, which will be the first link in the description, so be sure to check it out and give the site some love. So if we just go over the specs really quick, this phone has a quad-core 1.3GHz CPU, Mali 400 MP GPU, 1GB of RAM, 4GB of internal storage, a memory card slot that supports up to 32GB of storage, and keep in mind that the company also includes a high-end micro SD card from SanDisk. The display on this device has a resolution of 854 by 480, at least that's what it says on their website, but in my opinion the display is a 720p display, which is 5.1 inches. We also have a 3.1 megapixel camera on the front and an 8 megapixel camera on the back, which looks solid. So as I have told you guys before, this is a one-to-one copy of the original Samsung Galaxy S5. Everything looks completely the same, even the build quality and the plastic is the same as on the original one, so props to the seller for doing such a good job. However, I did find a little change. As you guys can see on the top of the device, there's no Samsung logo, which can be found on the original one. It's just covered with some sort of plastic. I also noticed that the USB port can't be closed anymore after you open it for the first time. The whole mechanism is completely different than the one on the original one, which is why it doesn't work, but apart from that, the build quality is really good. If we talk about the software side of things, this phone is supposed to be running Android 4.4.2, but if we go to settings and type the version number, you should see a little Android KitKat guy, but no, some random images pop up when you do that, which shows that this is a highly modified version of Android or whatever it is called. The operating system was actually really well optimized for the device, as it was running nice and fast and I didn't notice any lag at all, which was great. So if we just do a benchmark test over here, we'll see what the performance of the phone really is. I also want to say that the specs on the Antutu app are fake for some reason, and to be honest, I still haven't figured out how did the company manage to do that. So as you can see right here, this phone scores quite high and it really shows you that it's quite solid. If you guys know, the original S5 is also waterproof and it features this heart rate sensor on the back. Well, I was actually quite disappointed. The phone isn't waterproof as it is, but a couple of days later I was playing with the heart rate feature, which I actually really enjoyed, and well, I noticed that the stats are fake and will show up even if we don't even have our finger placed on our flash, which made me really disappointed. But you still have all the sensor and smart features available, so that's a plus. As I said before, the display on this thing is pretty solid, but apparently it only has a resolution of 854 by 480, which seems pretty low. The display displayed nice colors but wasn't really all that nice to touch. It also attracted a bit of dust. The camera on this thing was also pretty solid, considering this is a $100 phone. It has an 8 megapixel camera and looked okay. The interface was also really nice, as it has a ton of effects which I really enjoyed. The phone has also got a speaker which is surprisingly a lot better than the one on the original one. It sounded really well, plus the phone allowed me to give it a little boost with an app included in the OS. So anyway guys, you can pick up this phone from DHGate for about $100, which is insanely cheap, so be sure to check it out in the link in the description. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching this video. As always, make sure to drop me a like if you enjoyed. Also be sure to comment down below with your thoughts on this phone, and finally be sure to subscribe for more high quality Android content.